Next on Meet the Farmer TV.
I think it's important for people to know that it is possible to farm without chemicals like we do. I think it's important to think about the impact that we all have where we're spending our food dollars. And when we're spending our money at a farmer's market supporting small businesses and small farms, especially startups, you're encouraging other people to see that that is a possible career choice for them. For going to the grocery store every day or every week and spending your money on vegetables that are coming from all over the world, it might be more convenient. But if you are supporting a small farm at a farmer's market, it is getting a quality that is completely unmatched in the supermarkets. Everything that we have here today was picked this morning and washed by us. Everything that we grow is put into the ground by hand. We are a small operation, we don't use any tractors, and we're able to really feel that everything that we provide comes directly from us, by our hands. So it is a connection to the earth in a different sort of way, and also making sure that we're leaving the earth a better place than it was when we got here.
Meet the Farmer TV is independently produced and funded by Melli Productions, Leslie P. Jenkins, Photography and Graphic Design, and Planet Earth Diversified. Independent reporting to get you the best information about local food and food from the farm to your plate. I'm Michael Clark, your host for Meet the Farmer TV. Every once in a while we take you on the road to find some farms and meet some farmers in far-off areas.
Hi, I'm Andrew Thornhill, Sustainable Farmer at Silverbrook Farm in Dartmouth, Mass., and you're watching Meet the Farmer TV.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
So you're the market manager.
I am manager of the Dartmouth Farmers Market.
Tony, tell us a little bit about the Dartmouth Farmers Market.
Well, at the Farmers Market today, we have 6 of our farmers. All the farmers are local people. They're either from this town right here, Dartmouth, Massachusetts, or right next door, Westport, Massachusetts. So the furthest that any farmer comes is about 7 miles. So how far is that? 7 miles from where the food is produced. That, I think, is a pretty good commentary on the Dartmouth Farmers Market. Yeah, one of our meat vendors is not here today. He's the fellow that provides beef. And the reason he's not here today because he had to find a person who was USDA certified so that he could have his beef slaughtered, and he was unable to do that. Now, I don't know if people understand this, but almost all of the local slaughterhouses have been shut down because the requirements to have a slaughterhouse are so cost prohibitive, it's almost impossible for the small farmer to do this. And he is now shopping around. And when I say shopping around, we're talking about he has to go from Massachusetts to Connecticut or New Hampshire or Vermont to get it done. So it is really an issue. Now, the fellow that's been here the longest time is the Silverbrook Farm, and you're going to meet Andrew in a few minutes. Andrew has all types of produce. He's wonderful. The farm has been in existence since the 1600s. The fellow Andrew Pollock, who actually started the market, just sold his interest to Andrew Thornhill, who you'll meet very, very shortly. Next to them is a wonderful family farm, and it's called Apponagansett Farm. And the Apponagansett Farm was actually tutored by the oldest living farmer in the town of Dartmouth. He had a farm called Mary Lake's Farm, and he introduced these young people to farming, and they have taken over the business. They work right up this street. If you walk just a quarter of a mile, 1/4 of a mile, you'll find their farm, Apponagansett Farm. It's a husband and wife, Susan Murray and her husband Tony, and they are here with all of their fruits and vegetables, well, mostly vegetables today. And then we have a young farmer who's never farmed before. Her name is Jordan. She and her partner just started farming recently and asked if they could sell for the first time in their life. So you're going to meet them, 2 young women. And I think it's great Because when you think of how old the average age is of farmers in Massachusetts, and then you see some of these young people, it gives you some feeling of optimism that, okay, young people are going to be married to this land and they're going to grow this great food for other people as well. Then we have a young woman, but she and her husband started here about 4 years ago, and they raise free-range poultry and pork, pigs. And they bring poultry and they bring pigs to the market. They also bring turkeys when it comes time to Thanksgiving. So they're a wonderful asset. Then we have a woman that brings cheese, and she's bringing all local types of cheese that are made right here in the Commonwealth. And I have then a variety of people that come and they make homemade goods. We have a series of bakers. We have people that do homemade things like anything from a towel to a doily. We have people that do beautiful artwork, and you'll see two fine artists. You're going to see people that make jewelry. And as I look around, I'm just trying to look around here to see what else. Oh, we have the Harper and the Minstrel. We have these beautiful people that come here. I contract for them to come here 3 or 4 times each year. And they come and they play beautiful Renaissance and Baroque music. So you'll get to hear a little bit of that as you go through as well. And I think if you look just very, very shortly up this little trail here, you'll see a woman who makes homemade soap. We have a person next to her that makes jewelry. We have a person next to that makes the most beautiful cinnamon buns you've ever tasted. We have such a variety of different groups of people that would love to have you come and visit and buy their produce, because every Friday at the Dartmouth Farmers Market, that's where we are from 1 to 6, from the very first Friday in June to the very last Friday in September. So no matter where you are, you want to come to the Paden Aram Village in South Dartmouth, Massachusetts. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So please come and join us.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, how are you? So tell me what's happening there at the Dartmouth Farmers Market.
We're just getting the season started. CSA is going to start up, so our farm share program is going to start. All the farmers markets on the Cape are starting. Boston's been going pretty crazy all year. So it's pretty busy. Last year, my old boss wanted to sell the business. He was done with it. He's doing it for about 20 years. In January, my business partner, David Sanders, and I took over the farm from Andrew Pollock, whose family has owned the farm since, I think 1910 or something like that. And he took over the farm in 2000 with his brother, and then they created Silverbrook Farm, and then he's been doing the markets ever since. So it's kind of like a generational switch. He got bit by a spider last year, got hospitalized. Just really got sick of just waking up early doing the whole market, because it does take a grind on you, especially when you are doing about 7 to 10 a week. I love what I do, it's really, really, I don't know what the word is I want to use. It's very gratifying to see, from seed to selling it and having somebody come back and enjoy it. So it's it's an act of love, labor of love. Even though it's a tremendous amount of hard work, it's very gratifying, and we love it. So it's a great way to make a living. When people are coming to the market, it's a good thing to make a connection with them. So communication is key. They can see where the food's coming from. They can see the person that's growing or has something to do with the farm. And luckily, if we're in Dartmouth, they can actually go and see the farm too. So that's always a good thing. And it's always important to know where your food's coming from. People ask how happy are the chickens, what's free range, what are they eating. And we have to go into talking about the chickens, how we take care of them. They're all free range. They get food from UMass Dartmouth's cafeteria. We do feed them a non-GMO grain too. People always ask us about the produce, if it's organic, is it not. We go into the spiel on how it's way too expensive to the United States Department of Agriculture to actually go through the process. There's a lot of bookkeeping. There's just a lot of extra steps. and people don't really realize that, so they always ask those questions. They always want to know what we are spraying, that kind of stuff. Spraying all OMRI certified sprays, so anything that would be a certified organic farm would use for the greens. But we do conventionally grow certain things. Our potatoes we conventionally grow them to get rid of the flea beetle, not the flea beetle, but the potato beetle. The corn that we sell is not organic. There's no such thing as organic corn that I've found. That's pretty much really it. And the eggs are clearly not organic because they're fed compost from UMass Dartmouth's cafeteria. The reason why I like farming, you get to wake up every day, you do what you want to do for the most part. You're outside all day, which is really, really great. You're not inside of a box. Get a bunch of awesome produce, really healthy produce, so it's a healthy lifestyle. We don't have to go to the gym because, we're working out constantly. I just love, coming to the markets and talking to people is a real big thing. Really communicating and getting to know your customers is always important, CSA customers. Just really educating people on how to eat in certain ways, how to cook certain things. Somebody would just think, oh, I'm just gonna boil these potatoes or I'm just gonna boil these beets instead of trying to either, grill them up or, just different recipes. Really touching people's lives is a really important thing. So it's really gratifying. I keep saying that, but it's the best work. I've had a lot of jobs and this is the best one by far. Our CSA program runs 20 weeks and it's a farm share program. So we give people boxes of vegetables every week, as well as giving people an option to pick what they want. So they sign on to the website and they can see what's in our cooler and they customize the share. And it's kind of like a nice 21st century CSA where you kind of have a nice range of options. So we bring in all this stuff from different farms and have a nice selection for the CSA, and we keep getting the repeat customers, and it's been good. And it's the lifeblood of the farm. People not only come to the farm to pick up the CSA, we deliver it to places of employment. So we have different drop-offs throughout the state. We have about 40 different drop-offs through Metro Boston, Cape Cod, the South Coast. And that was one of the main things that we picked up from taking over the farm was the CSA network, because you just can't just get into farming and then just have 70 acres, all these tractors, all this network. And that was a real big advantage that Dave and I had. A lot of work was done, but we're just taking it to the next level, just revamping stuff. The main important thing is that a lot of people should eat local, buy local, because not only are you helping a small farm and a small business, you're helping support multiple small businesses with us and with other farms too. So it's always good to get out and support your local farmer.
Hi, Michael.
Hi there, how are you? Tell me what's going on.
Well, I'm here at the Dartmouth Farmers Market. It's the first day. We're really excited. The market's getting bigger every year. And we are mostly a vegetable farm, and we're chemical free. And we're actually located just up the street from the farm, so we're super local. It's myself and my husband, Tony. We run and we're the main farmers for the farm. And everything you see here today is harvested today, just from down the street and washed, and good chemical-free produce. Not certified organic, we don't actually spray any synthetic chemicals. So we follow organic standards, but we're not certified. We're a small enough farm that we can talk to everybody, all of our customers, and tell them how we farm. And we like having a close connection with our customers. And so we find that we don't actually need the certification just because we're just small and we can talk to everybody. What's important to me is that everyone, regardless of where you live, your economic status, who you are, whatever, that everyone has access to fresh, local produce, that it's affordable. And I enjoy having a connection with customers. We're also, besides this farmers market and wholesale, we also have a CSA, community supported agriculture. So that interaction with our customers and letting our customers know how their food is grown and just having that connection to where your food is coming from, how it's grown, what it looks like, everything, that's what is important to me. Let me tell you a little bit about how our CSA works. We have a lot of different options. So we have a couple days, Tuesdays and Fridays is pick up on the farm, which again is just down the street. And so we have a lot of people just from this area. Some people could just walk to the farm. But we also offer some subsidized shares in New Bedford. So we've got some community partners. We're working with Project Bread in Boston. We're working with Mass in Motion New Bedford, with DTA. Harvard Pilgrim is funding some of it. So we bring the shares into New Bedford to the Greater New Bedford Community Health Center, and also to one of the housing developments in New Bedford, and offer this. It's a great program, and we have great partners, and those are subsidized shares. We also do drop off in Plymouth. We have some friends that own an amazing gym there, Shockyard Fitness and Social Club. So it's great pairing with a fitness place, because everyone is already keyed into health and nutrition. So that's a really good partnership as well. And then we also have a new partnership with Livestream Inc. in New Bedford, and we're bringing in shares to their employees. It comes down to that. I love farming. That's why I do it. I enjoy the lifestyle that comes with it. I enjoy eating healthy local food myself. So really, I enjoy sharing that with people, but I also just really love my job. Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how are you doing? What's happening there at the Dartmouth Farmers Market?
Today we're happy it stopped raining because we have a lot of really beautiful greens to sell.
Tell me what's happening with your stand at the Farmers Market.
We're a chemical-free vegetable farm, and we're selling vegetable starts, produce, and some local honey.
This is our first year farming, and we are selling for the first time at the Dartmouth Farmers Market. We both care very much about the land, so what is important to us is to take care of the soil that we grow everything in. We don't spray anything on any of our vegetables. We don't use any sort of pesticides or even any bagged fertilizers. We really try to use cover crop and integrating microbiology life into the soil to make sure that all the vegetables are as natural as possible.
To me, it's also about giving back to the earth and really just being a part of it and connected to it.
I think it's really important for young people to be interested in farming. I find that not a lot of young people tend to choose it as their career path. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a family where we grew most of what we ate every year. My father taught me most of what I know about growing food. That curiosity led me to learn how to cook, and cooked professionally for a while, which then made me return back to growing food and farming, because where my food comes from and where the food for my family comes from is really important. So I feel that eventually in young people's careers, they might hit a point where they're tired of being stuck in a cubicle, sitting behind their desk, and really crave getting dirt under their fingernails and enjoying the sunshine. And that's how I got an interest in trying to find a more natural life and trying to feel that what I was putting into my body was exactly the quality that I was hoping for.
For us, this is our first year farming, but we're hoping to start new traditions. So maybe one day there'll be a lineage connected to Moonrose.
I think it's important for people to know that it is possible to farm without chemicals like we do. I think it's important to think about the impact that we all have where we're spending our food dollars. And when we're spending our money at a farmer's market supporting small businesses and small farms, especially startups, you're encouraging other people to see that that is a possible career choice for them. For going to the grocery store every day or every week and spending your money on vegetables that are coming from all over the world, it might be more convenient. But if you are supporting a small farm at a farmer's market, it is getting a quality that is completely unmatched in the supermarkets. Everything that we have here today was picked this morning and washed by us. Everything that we grow is put into the ground by hand. We are a small operation, we don't use any tractors, and we're able to really feel that everything that we provide comes directly from us, by our hands. So it is a connection to the earth in a different sort of way, and also making sure that we're leaving the earth a better place than it was when we got here. This right here is a variety of lettuce called Freckles. So it's a romaine style lettuce. It has a really beautiful red marking on it, so it makes it a little bit different than most other head lettuces. We have some really young purple scallions that are just starting. They'll probably be bigger next week. My father actually raises the bees on the property. He has 5 hives right now and is expanding every day. He uses no chemicals at all in the hive, and everything is raw and unfiltered.
I hope when people leave their farmers market experience that they remember Moonrose for the good energy, that they know where their food comes from, and that they can come back and try something different every week. So we have lots of different items coming up all season long.
I can explain to you how we got here. A number of years ago, my brother's brother-in-law, who's a great cook in New York City, he's a chef, was suggesting that maybe we make a beautiful regatta cheese. So we thought, okay, let's go and find a recipe. We found a great recipe. It was absolutely wonderful. So my wife and I said, okay, we're gonna try this. So we're making little samples of regatta, and we're saying, okay, let's take a look and see how we can mass produce this, but not mass produce it, but produce enough so that you can make a living. So what did we do? We went to 2 different dairies, and I'm very happy to say that I represent those 2 dairies today. And the reason I represent them is because when I saw all the work that went into making cheese, it was impossible. It wasn't a retirement job. It is a full-time job. Get up 5 o'clock at night, go to bed late at night, get up and try and sell the cheese and retail at wholesale. It was just absolutely incredible. So my wife and I decided we are not going into the cheese business. We were looking for something to go into, and we decided that we would like to find something in our retirement that could offer us another type of economic experience and a different type of social experience. And if you look right here on the table, you'll see 3 fantastic balsamic vinegars and 4 beautiful olive oils. They all come from small family farms. And we go there each year. We live on the farm. We produce the olive oil. We put the labels on in English. We bring them back to the States, and we sell them to little farmers markets, 3 farmers markets during the summer. And we have a couple of chefs that love our oil, and they actually think it's very, very good. In fact, we've had some chefs that we had one chef who's a part owner in Italy, in Manhattan, between 22nd and 23rd Street on 5th Avenue. And this fellow, Mario Botelli, had his buyer come up and say, "We love your oil. We want your oil." And he featured it as one of the finest olive oils in all of Tuscany the 2nd week in February, just 2 years ago. And he wiped me out. He bought almost every large bottle of oil that we had. And he sold it in 2 weeks. So we know the people in Manhattan love our oil. And the people in Boston, and the people in Provincetown, and the people in Dartmouth.
I'm Michael Clark from Meet the Farmer TV. We'd like to hear from you. So send us emails, send us videos of how Meet the Farmer TV has changed the way you look at farming and the way your community looks at farming, so that we can share them with the audience. We can't wait to hear from you. So send your emails and videos to Frank at Meet the Farmer TV. Frank's our producer. He takes care of making all this stuff happen. So you send your emails and your videos about Meet the Farmer TV and your questions or your experience after you've watched Meet the Farmer TV to Frank at meetthefarmer.tv. Hey, how are you? What's going on there?
Jay Michaels from the duo The Harper and the Minstrel. My wife Abby and I have been playing music together for many years. So we play all sorts of gigs, but the farmers markets are really nice because it's a chance for us to get out and play our music as people are doing their shopping, kind of creating a soundtrack. You know, and playing lots of different music. We play music from medieval right up to songs from the 70s and on a lot of different traditional instruments, dulcimers, harps, flutes, and it's just something we enjoy doing and sharing with other people as well. A lot of the music we play was written in a time where people were lucky if they had access to fresh water. They didn't have anything, and they made the most beautiful music because music was just such a beautiful, healing thing. And today, we're very spoiled because we have music everywhere, but we'd like to take that early music and bring it back and play it in places like farmers markets where it's like it was hundreds of years ago, people coming to the market, a more organic, a more community-oriented event. And we really enjoy doing that. We play a lot of Renaissance festivals when we're out doing this, and this is just a different type of... Yeah, that's how it was a few hundred years ago, the Renaissance fairs. This is kind of how it is today, but different but the same.
I married this fine man, oh my gosh, over 11 years ago.
Very nice.
And I met him in a castle in Gloucester, the Hammond Castle in Gloucester, Mass. in '98. And it was love at first hearing, right?
Yeah. Very nice.
And we've been together since then, and every year it seems like we add a new instrument to our collective grouping of instruments. But we have a grand time touring and playing together and composing songs like this next one, Carnival Minuet.
So there you have it from Dartmouth, Massachusetts, intergenerational farming. Multiple generations continuing to farm to keep the local food system strong.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for coming today. We enjoyed you, and I hope you have enough material that we help to make you look good and hope you make us look good.
Next on Meet the Farmer TV. Today on Meet the Farmer TV, the Dartmouth Farmers Market in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Meet the Farmer TV is independently produced and funded by Melli Productions, Leslie P. Jenkins, Photography and Graphic Design, and Planet Earth Diversified. Independent reporting to get you the best information about local food and food from the farm to your plate.